What if the foods sitting on your plate, your breakfast, your snacks, your guilty pleasures, are quietly setting the stage for something far more serious than weight gain or fatigue? Today, we're gently but urgently navigating one of the most overlooked areas of modern nutrition. 12 everyday foods that science has linked to an increased risk of cancer when consumed regularly. This isn't about fear. It's about awareness, prevention, and empowerment. You might recognize many of these items in your kitchen right now. But with every bite we take, we have a choice to nourish or to nudge our health in the wrong direction. And with a growing body of scientific research backing these concerns, it's time to look a little deeper. We'll break down the biological mechanisms behind each food's potential risks and give you real-life examples to help you connect the dots in a meaningful way. Because once you understand the why, the what now becomes much easier. Before we begin, do yourself a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video that could change your health for the better. And as we go through the list, comment below. Which of these foods surprised you the most? Have you already made any healthy swaps? Your story could inspire someone else. Let's dive in and take one powerful step toward a healthier, cancer-resistant life together. 1. Processed meats. This includes not just ham and cold cuts, but also sausages, bacon, and hot dogs. These meats are often preserved with nitrates and nitrites, chemicals that can convert into carcinogenic nitrosamines during digestion. The World Health Organization, WHO, classifies processed meat as a Group 1 carcinogen, linking it to a significant increase in colorectal cancer risk. Think of weekend breakfasts with bacon strips or barbecue parties with sausages. These delicious moments may be costing you long-term health if they become routine. 2. Sugary drinks. Sodas, sweet teas, and energy drinks are not only high in empty calories. They're also strongly tied to obesity, which increases the risk of at least 13 types of cancer, including breast, liver, and colon cancers. According to a 2019 study published in the BMJ, people who drank more than one sugary beverage per day had an 18% higher risk of cancer. Consider someone who reaches for a can of soda at lunch and another with dinner. That adds up to 60+ grams of sugar daily, fueling chronic inflammation and insulin resistance. 3. Refined sugars. These sugars are common in cakes, pastries, and processed snacks. They cause rapid spikes in insulin, which may fuel cancer cell proliferation. Cancer cells have a high metabolic rate and consume more glucose than normal cells, a phenomenon known as the Warburg effect. If you regularly snack on cookies or grab a sweet muffin with coffee, you may be unknowingly feeding an environment that supports cancer growth. 4. Trans fats. Often found in fried foods, baked goods, and margarine, trans fats are known to increase inflammation and insulin resistance, both of which are linked to higher cancer risk. The Harvard School of Public Health found that a diet high in trans fats can increase markers of inflammation and is linked to prostate and breast cancer. Frozen pies, non-dairy creamers, and store-bought donuts may seem harmless, but if you check the label and see partially hydrogenated oils, it's time to reconsider. 5. Charred meats. Grilling at high temperatures creates heterocyclic amines, HCAs, and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs, both potential carcinogens. Research from the National Cancer Institute confirms that HCAs and PAHs can alter DNA and increase cancer risk, especially colorectal, pancreatic, and prostate cancers. Think of summer BBQs where steaks are cooked to a crisp. That char might bring flavor, but it may also carry cancer-causing compounds. 6. Artificial sweeteners. Often promoted as a sugar-free alternative, aspartame and saccharin have raised concerns. Though studies in humans are mixed, long-term consumption may not be risk-free. Animal studies have linked some artificial sweeteners to bladder and brain tumors, although the evidence in humans is still under investigation. If you're swapping sugar for sweeteners in your coffee every day, you may want to explore natural alternatives like stevia or monk fruit instead. 7. Processed snacks. Chips, crackers, and instant noodles often contain additives, preservatives, and unhealthy fats. Many are also rich in sodium and refined carbs. A study in BMJ, 2018, found that higher intake of ultra-processed foods was associated with a 12% increased risk of cancer. Those mid-afternoon vending machine runs for a quick snack may be convenient, but what you're consuming is heavily engineered and nutrient poor. 8. Alcohol. Even moderate alcohol use is linked to several cancers, including those of the mouth, liver, breast, and colon. Alcohol is metabolized into acetaldehyde, a toxic compound that can damage DNA and impair cellular repair mechanisms. A glass of wine with dinner might feel relaxing, but when it's a daily habit, the cumulative damage may outweigh the short-term stress relief. 9. Canned foods with BPA. Many canned goods are lined with bisphenol A, BPA, a chemical that can leach into food, especially when heated. BPA is an endocrine disruptor. Studies suggest a link between BPA exposure and increased risk of breast and prostate cancer. Heating canned soup in its original container might save time, but it increases your exposure to BPA. Choose BPA-free cans or fresh options instead. 10. Microwave popcorn. While convenient, the inner coating of popcorn bags often contains perfluorooctanoic acid, PFOA, which is linked to cancer. A 2012 study found a correlation between PFOA exposure and kidney and testicular cancer. Instead of bagged popcorn, try making it on the stove or with an air popper and a drizzle of olive oil for a safer snack. 11. Red and processed meats. Frequent consumption of red meat, especially when processed, has been consistently linked to higher rates of colorectal and stomach cancer. Nitrites, heme iron, and high-temperature cooking in red meat are all factors in cellular oxidative stress and inflammation. Instead of steak every night, rotate in plant-based proteins, fish, or chicken to reduce your overall red meat intake. 12. White flour products. These include white bread, pasta, and baked goods. They're rapidly digested into sugar, causing insulin spikes, a known promoter of cancer cell growth. High glycemic index diets have been linked to a greater risk of breast and colorectal cancer, particularly in women. Swapping out your morning white toast for whole grain alternatives is a small shift that can have long-term protective benefits. None of these foods are outright toxic on their own, and having them once in a while won't immediately harm you. But when they sneak into your diet regularly, especially without the balance of nutrient-rich choices, they quietly set the stage for inflammation, hormonal imbalance, and even chronic disease over time. Knowledge is power, and by understanding the science behind how your everyday meals affect your long-term health, you're no longer just eating, you're protecting your future. You deserve to feel strong, energized, and in control at any age. If this video opened your eyes to some hidden risks or gave you ideas for healthier swaps, show your support by clicking that like button. It helps us reach more people who need this message. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another research-backed tip from Health Every Day, where wellness meets wisdom. We want to hear from you. What food on this list surprised you the most? Have you already made a change? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read every one. And if someone you care about is still reaching for that ultra-processed snack or drinking that hidden sugar bomb, share this video. Because sometimes, the smallest change can rewrite someone's entire health story. You have the power to nourish your body and protect your future, one choice at a time. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.